Hi everyone. Today I wanted to talk about sound production and the different ways we can create loud sounds, soft sounds, and how we differentiate between all of these. So when you're working on your sound, you really have three things that you can adjust. The weight of the bow, how much weight, how much you sink down into the string, how much, see how my bow stick is coming down. You can adjust where you are in proximity to the bridge. So obviously closer to the bridge, you're going to have a much more brilliant sound, and further away, that was with the same amount of pressure, same amount of bow speed, but gets a really different sound. And then the last thing you can affect is the amount of bow you use. So if I use a little bow, or that's the same amount of weight, same place relative to the bridge, but using more bow gets me more sound, and using less bow gets me less sound. So the reason I'm talking about this today is one of the most important things when you're playing is to have conviction in your sound, okay? And one of the places that is easiest to lose the sense of conviction is when you play softly, okay? So I'm just going to play the very opening of Mendelssohn for you. This is Mendelssohn Violin Concerto. And what is so important about this, not only are you playing with an orchestra, so you need a real sizzle to your sound, but you need to be playing a piano. It's marked piano at the beginning, but you need to be playing a piano sound that has an edge to it, that has a real core inside the sound, a real intensity to it. Okay? So when we're thinking about this, if where I want to play is right there, okay? But you'll see I'm playing pretty close to the bridge. So in order to play close to the bridge like that, I'm going to have to adjust how much weight and how much bow speed I used. Okay, so I'm just going to play it a few different ways so you can hear the different variety of soft sounds that you can get. Okay, so that's just the very opening. Now, if I were to play it further away from the bridge, it certainly works. But that's the kind of sound that is not going to carry in a hall. Okay? That's the kind of sound, this is the way I practice it. I look at like a big building like this, with something off in the distance, and I try to play my sound to see if I can actually touch that building. So I look at the building and I try to play to it. Or I look outside at a tree and try to play to it, or at a friend. Okay? So, one more time, I just want to reiterate the idea that you play close to the bridge, but instead of using a lot of bow, you use a more concentrated bow. And you'll note, the final thing I want to mention about sound production is you'll note how straight your bow has to be. The second your bow starts going like this, the sound deteriorates. Sorry. So it's really important that the bow stays parallel to the bridge. The second I go, I don't know if you can quite hear it over the phone. I hope you can. But what happens is the sound becomes a little fuzzy. It creates a fuzzy edge around the sound rather than having this real center core. Okay, I hope that was helpful.